Today on the channel, all I can say is Banzai with WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition, Target exclusive, regular edition, Yokozuna.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimates Target exclusive Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Yokozuna. But for all your Yokozuna Ultimate needs, head to Target. But for everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, gonna do this review like we do all of the other reviews on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see where it goes from there. And of course, we'll do some comparisons later on in this very video. And as we do know, this is the regular edition to Yokozuna. There is a chase in white, so be on the lookout for that if you are on the lookout for that. And once again, this is a Target exclusive. We're not a stranger to Yokozuna with the Mattel Elite line. We've had a few Yokozunas over the last couple of years. However, we've never had an Ultimate Yokozuna. So we got a first time in the line figure right here, but also first time in the line size with a bigger giant figure here as part of the Ultimate line. So getting all different sizes of bodies in the Ultimate line. I think we're all here for that. But Yokozuna, of course, looking good. An all-timer, if there ever was one, in 90s wrestling. And Yokozuna come with a lot of stuff. Of course, you know I love that winged eagle there. We got 3 head sculpts on him. Robe on, robe off. You got the bucket there. What is that? Salt bucket? Is that what that is? He's got that going on. Now, maybe I might play a little of that long game. Obviously, the chase helps out with this one. The chase gets a different head, different hands than the regular edition. But I might get a third one down the line if I find one on clearance. And then I'll have one with the kimono on, one with it off, and then, of course, one in the white gear. Get 3 versions of Yokozuna out of this Ultimate, and that's the fun thing about the Ultimates. Really mixing and matching, doing whatever you want, choosing your own Ultimate adventure at the end of the day. But you got the Ultimate logo there, big window box. Of course, the Target style, Walmart style, exclusive style packaging on this as well. It is, of course, Yokozuna. On the side, Yokozuna looking only like a Yokozuna could look if he was in the Ultimate Edition for the first time. Legends logo at the top. Ultimate Yokozuna there, of course. And then on the back, we got the glamour shot of the man himself. We got a glamour shot of the action figure. We got the blurb, and we got the tail of the tape. Let's see what it says about old Yokozuna right here. Height 6'4", from the Polynesian Islands, some of the greatest islands ever were. Finisher, the old Banzai drop. Career highlights, WWE Champion, of course, as we know. Of all the superstars to hold the WWE Championship, few were as unstoppable as the near 600-pound Yokozuna. As agile as he was massive, Yokozuna flattened opponents with the dreaded Banzai drop. If his size couldn't secure victory, a handful of salt to the face worked just as well, and it sure did. And that was coming from Mr. Fuji back in the day. Just recently unboxed Captain Lou Albano here on the channel, so I'm all fired up for some managers. We need Mr. Fuji, part of the Mattel line. We need old school Demolition Powers of the Pain Mr. Fuji, Don Morocco Mr. Fuji. We need Wrestling Mr. Fuji, and of course we need Yokozuna time frame Mr. Fuji. Give me all the Fujis. Give me the Fuji Vice as well while we're at it. I'm here for this, and I'm sure we're going to see Banzai on one of these inside here, I bet. It says, the Unslammable Champion. Okay, that was not on my bucket list there. And okay, Banzai at the top. So we did get Banzai. That wrote itself, but I don't know about the Unslammable Champion. I didn't have that on my Yoko card there. But of course, got the little box there off to the side. See you later, a little shoebox style going on. Extra hands, salt bucket, a lot going on with this Ultimate. Truly an Ultimate Edition if there ever was one right here. And we are locked in with some twist ties. Once again, like a young Todd McFarlane. Todd taking this week off. 2 wrestling heavy, he said. 2 wrestling, 2 Ninja Turtle heavy. I'm taking a week vacation. You don't got enough McFarlane videos over on Kyle Peterson 2.0. We've had other stuff, and I just want to talk to Todd over there. You guys should check out, of course, those Kenner Ghostbuster unboxings over on Kyle Peterson 2.0. See you later. As, of course, Todd McFarlane was on vacation, but a one Mark Summers of Double Dare fame, Nickelodeon fame, actually sat in on the channel with me instead of Todd on the couch. We had Mark Summers on the couch. It truly was a physical challenge. So check out Kyle Peterson 2.0. Subscribe to that channel if you have not already. What the heck are you waiting for? I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. We're getting the mighty Yokozuna out of the package here. And there it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, we're getting down to business. And like I always say, this monkey means business. So we're going to get down to business right here. Hands first, 2 fists, 2 open hands, 2 gripping hands. All the colors of the hand rainbow. With Yokozuna right here. I am here for that. And of course, we always make it as different as possible. Mix the hands up between the different characters or different figures here. Then you got the big old kimono going on. Kimono, right? Robe, whatever you want to call it. Looks nice and checkered like a young Cheap Trick is what this reminds me of. Shout out to Rick Nielsen and the boys. Looking good here. You've got the tie string around the middle with the black. Of course, the black and white attack. Looking very on brand for old Yokozuna. I'm here for that, of course. Got the 2 heads. We'll talk about that in a second. We get that salt bucket. We've seen this before as well, and that's one thing we see with a lot of stuff. Getting the most out of your molds. You're getting that salt bucket here for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji should have this. He's going to reach in and he's going to throw that salt. Oh, just dangerous, dangerous. And I remember as a kid, of course, in the old lunchroom, the old playground, you'd steal a couple salt packets. You'd put them in your pants, and you'd go out there, and it was time to fight at recess, and you'd unbox those salt packets, and you'd throw them in somebody's eyes. Maybe that never happened, but it could. It could if you're a kid out there fighting on the mean streets, and we've all been to the mean streets at one time or another. That's a pro tip right there. You get those salt packets, put it in there, and you throw it in their eyes, and then you bust them right in the nose, and you walk off the victor. There you go. Shout out to me. Shout out to everybody on the old schoolyard, the old playground. There it is. Winged Eagle looking extra good here. You know me. This is my world title belt. When I think World Championships, this is what I think of, the Winged Eagle. Of course, a magical time with Yokozuna, Bret Hart in the mix there. I guess Hulk Hogan as well. Just a very, very good title belt. Happy to have this with Yokozuna. Really fitting, as we always say with the Ultimate Editions, they really should all come with a title belt. If you're an Ultimate Edition guy or gal, you should have a title belt to represent being Ultimate, of course. But we do get that right there looking good. But now we're going to dive into the head sculpts on Yokozuna right out of the package. We got Yokozuna looking like somebody stole his credit card information. That's what it looks like right there. He doesn't know whether to laugh or cry. He's at that point. He's just got his whole bank account drained. He's starting all over. The bank said it can't help you out. It looks like you. Who knows? Maybe not. But he does look a little sad, a little depressed right there. Second head sculpt, he looks absolutely disgusted. He looks like my daughter when we went to Long John Silver's not too long ago, and they said, we no longer carry corn on the cob. This is the face she made. She said, what? What? No more corn on the cob at Long John Silver's? What has become of this place? What? Has this fallen on hardened times? If you think I'm going to ring the doorbell or ring that bell on the way out at LJS, not going to happen. No corn on the cob, no bell ringing, and no job well done. But that's what this head sculpt looks like here. Just absolute disgust out of Yokozuna there. And then I guess getting real angry. This is when you get to the car and you just fully realize you didn't get corn on the cob. And you just sit there and you scream and you pound on the steering wheel. Of course, my daughter's young. She doesn't drive. Or maybe it's me I'm talking about. Maybe I was the one that wanted the corn on the cob. Who knows? But this is the angry, screaming, yelling head for Yokozuna. A lot of personality right here. Dare I say he's probably saying bonsai. Bonsai right here with old Yokozuna looking pretty good right there. But now we get down to the magic here. We get down to Yokozuna, and I mentioned it earlier. It's pretty cool to get an Ultimate Edition for the first time in the line with a new body style. And I don't know if they're ever going to be able to reuse this body style. We'll see what happens. But always cool that they go that extra mile for us from Mattel. But, you know, they get the most out of their molds, and if you get the most out of your molds enough, it pays for something new like this. So we got to always take that into a little consideration. But it does look good. Looks like Yokozuna to me. I guess we'll start with some articulation, arms all the way around for us. You get the big butterfly shoulders as well. Bicep cut, pinless elbows on here looking really nice, double jointed, hands movable back and forth. The old buggy whip arms, as they're called, of course, Jake Roberts style, but very small arms on Yokozuna here. You do, of course, got the hula hoop at the top. No waist on Yoko. And then you get some big old splits. I don't know, do you call those big old splits? You tell me. Leg does go up a little bit. Not a ton of articulation here for Yoko. Feel like we need just a little bit more articulation of those legs to do that full-on bonsai drop. Drop down hips? Yes, what do you know? He does have drop down hips. I assumed he would not have the drop down hips, but he's living that ultimate life, and he's got those drop down hips. Thigh cut, of course, double jointed, pinned knees, pinned. He does got the calf cut right here, always awkward there when you don't have a boot. Of course, bare feet. Is this the first barefoot Ultimate figure? I think it might be, off the top of my head at least right now. He's got some of that black wrapping there, and you got that McFarlane toe articulation. Todd can't celebrate. He's not on the couch today, and Mark Summers isn't here either. So no celebration from the couch. we'll have to find a guest to join us for these wrestling unboxings. We'll see what happens there in the future. But looking good, nice side to side on there. Uh-oh, no holes in the feet. No holes in the feet, I guess, for Yokozuna. He's got... Okay, I guess that does work. He doesn't got your traditional hole in his foot. He's got more of a square, and I guess that won't stay. I thought it was going to stay for me. It is not going to. So Yokozuna getting really dangerous here. Really dangerous. No stand's going to hold him. No stand's going to contain him. But guess what? He stands on his own. So there you go. But if he does domino over, man, he's going to take out a whole shelf. There's no doubt about it there. But looking good outside of not being able to be on a stand. He's got the red tights going on, of course. Got the big sash there. Sash? I don't know. Belt? Whatever you want to call it around here. Obviously, the Winged Eagle never going to fit around Yoko's waist. But looking good. Wrapped up like a young Christmas present. I would love to open this Christmas present on Christmas Day. Oh, man, let me tell you. But looking good here in black. Looking pretty nice. And, of course, no shirt, anything like that over the top. A very difficult one to choose how to display. How do I want to display this? Do I have to put the robe on him? Do I have to have no robe? I am, in a lot of ways, glad we have a chase so I can display one with different hands, one with different head, one with the robe on, one with the robe off. Just not sure which direction I'm going to go. No direction home, like young Bob Dylan, is maybe the way I'll end up going. We'll see what happens. But a good-looking Yokozuna figure. If you missed out on Yokos throughout the years, and we've had a few from Mattel, this could be a good one for your collection. Obviously, it can mix in with your Elites if you needed to. But for those that do have those that are also collecting Ultimates like myself, it's great to have an Ultimate representation of Yokozuna. A one-and-done mold. I don't see them using this body for anybody else in the future. I don't think. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But it does look really, really good as far as things go with these Yoko. A great figure. A massive... a must-have pickup if you're into the Legends, you're into the Ultimates, things like that. And I know you got to get a deal out there. Maybe there'll be some clearance on this in the future. It's a dice roll at the end of the day. Hopefully it's just not like an 8-sided dice, just a regular dice. But yeah, choose your own dice adventure, as they say. But we do got a couple other Yokozunas. I did grab 2 of them. I left the bearded one at home, my house. He's right over there in the Detolf, and I forgot to grab him. But maybe I'll get him for the glamour shots here. But we got a couple of different versions of Yokozuna from the Elite line, of course. Looking good there. You can't go wrong with a Yokozuna. And maybe you don't need this many, but you at least need one representation of Yokozuna in your collection, I do feel. And you can't do much better than this Yokozuna right here. A very, very good looking figure, if you ask me. I'm here for it, but are you? Are you here for this Yokozuna? Is this a pickup for you? Is it a pass? Is it a no game? Is it the dreaded long game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content, including early access to videos like this over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. I always appreciate the support over there. Pro Wrestling Tees, don't forget about that. Pick up a t-shirt. Of course, search Kyle Peterson. Head over to Barnes & Noble and Amazon if you want a copy of my book. It is the complete guide to the Jakks Classic Superstars series by yours truly. Just shy of 700 pages and a couple of Yokozunas in there as well. Check out the book, support the channel, all that fun stuff. And you can hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Yokozuna Ultimate Edition, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.